Hi, everyone, and happy Monday morning. I hope you had a great weekend, and I'm glad you could tune in today. This is our reading lesson for today, and we are going to be talking about text structures. And I know the word structure might not be a word that you're very familiar with, but if you are familiar with the word structure, think in your head, what does that mean to you? What is a structure? Where have you seen structures before? I'm actually going to get onto Google, and I am going to share my screen with you. And we're going to Google the word structure and see what comes up. All right, structure. When I see the word structure, I'm going to click on images, and let's look at what comes up. I see a lot of buildings in front of me. I see DNA, which is inside of your body, and that's a structure. I see Legos, building with that can create a structure. Lots of other types of buildings. So what I'm gathering from just these pictures alone is that a structure is something that you build to create something. So today, we're not looking at Lego structures. We're going to be looking at structures in a nonfiction book. That means how a nonfiction story is built, or how a nonfiction story is written so that we can better understand it. So I have a quick presentation we're going to run through a couple slides with, and then we're going to get started reading together. So when we look at nonfiction text structures, there's a lot of them, all right? And the structure is very important because it helps us to better understand what we're reading. Writers choose specific structures in order to help you understand in certain ways. So the first structure that we're going to be talking about is the description structure. The description structure means that you are describing something throughout your story using great details and facts and information about that thing. So that could be an animal, an object, a way to do something, or a person, but you're describing it. So before we begin, I want you to take a moment. I have a seashell here that I found on the beach recently. And I want you to describe the seashell in your own words. You can say it out loud or say it in your head. But describe the seashell. If I were unable to see, how would you tell me what the seashell looks like? Okay. If I were describing it, I would say that this is a cream-colored seashell with brown lines. You can see the brown lines. I would say that it has a spiral shape on the top of it and almost like a crown on the very top, which we actually, in seashell language, we call this a crown. There are lots of points on the crown. I would say there's an opening in the back where the seashell opens up. The bottom comes to a point, and someone in the class earlier said that it's shaped like a chicken leg, and I like that description a lot. So describing the seashell helps me to better understand the seashell. It helps me to understand what it looks like. I could even talk about how heavy it is or what it feels like, the texture, but the description is just to help us better understand it. So when we read a nonfiction book that has a description structure, it's all describing one certain topic and how we can better understand it. So today we're going to be reading Look Out for Turtles. Let me go ahead and I'm going to stop sharing my screen with you. Okay, we're not going to be reading this whole book today. We're going to be reading parts of the book throughout the week as we look at different text structures. But we are going to be reading some of the book today in order to get some descriptions of turtles to help us better understand turtles. So we're going to start. Ooh, I have to sneeze. Excuse me, guys. My allergies have been going crazy. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start reading on page 7. The turtle shell has two main parts. The top part is called the carapace. The bottom is the plastron. The carapace and plastron are joined by a bridge. The bridge has openings for the head, tail, and legs. Think to yourself, what did this page just describe? What was the description on this page for? You're right. The whole description on this page was about the turtle's shell. So everything on this page talked about the shell, and it described the shell. So even if you didn't have a picture, you could imagine this. Okay, it has two main parts. We have the top part, okay, the top part that goes over the turtle. And then we have the bottom part that goes under the turtle. And we know that they're connected by a bridge. They're connected by something. We know that the connection has an opening for the head, an opening for the tail, and an opening for the forelegs. So I'm visualizing what this looks like using my schema about turtles and using the description. And then you could also look at the page, and there's a great little diagram here, which we know is another text feature that we've looked at. Okay, so that's one page using descriptions of a turtle. All right, here's another one. The carapace helps turtles to hide in another way. Many kinds of land turtles have a mixture of colors on their carapaces. Brown, yellow, green, gray, or black are common. The different colors blend in with the turtle's surroundings. Okay, so I got a great description of what the shell looks like here. And now I'm actually seeing a picture of the shell right in front of me. So we have the description and then also a picture or an illustration to go with it. Okay. Turtles don't have teeth, but they can bite with their strong jaws. A turtle bite can hurt an animal or a human being. So on this page, I heard a description that turtles don't have teeth. I could have visualized this, but it does tell us that turtles have a strong jaw and can still injure someone with their strong jaw. Okay, and I've got one last page I wanted to share with you. Here we are. The newborn turtles have little protection. Their shells are very soft, so they must get to a safe hiding place quickly. They go as fast as their stubby legs or flippers can carry them. So right here, I'm getting a description of these baby turtles. I hear that they don't have a lot of protection, so they're in danger when they're born. And so they move very, very quickly out of their very soft shells in order to get to the ocean and get to safety. So once again, we're getting a description of the turtles on this page. Now, one thing I wanted you to notice is that each one of these pages, they had descriptions of different things. Although it was all about turtles, we had different main ideas on the different pages. So on one of the main ideas, we talked about turtles hatching, and then it told us some facts about turtles hatching, or those would be called supporting details. On another page, we read about the carapaces and the shells of the turtles. That was the main idea. The supporting details would be the facts about the shells, what they look like, how they're built. So within one book, you can have lots of main ideas and supporting details that go with it. This is your assignment that you're going to be doing today. Let me go ahead and share my screen again. And I'm going to show you in Seesaw what you're going to be doing. Alrighty, so today is 4/20, that's the date. And so we are going to be going to the assignment. Move my head. We're going to be going to the assignment that says reading 4/20. Descriptive text structures, which is what we just learned about. So for this assignment, you're going to choose a book, either from your home or from Epic Books, but it must be a nonfiction book. This nonfiction book, you are going to use one book to complete all 3 pages of this assignment. So if you look at the template, there's 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages. Please make sure that as you read your book, you're coming up with 3 main ideas and then supporting details to go with each main idea. So for example, one main idea in the book that we just read was turtle shells, okay? And then you're going to come up with details that go with turtle shells, like turtle shells have a top and a bottom. Turtle shells come in many colors, brown, green, yellow. All right, another main idea might be that turtles, when baby turtles hatch, they go to the ocean, and you can write some supporting details about that. So guys, get creative. You need to complete this assignment as soon as you can. If you need more instructions, you can click on the video and it will show you right here how I would do this assignment if I were reading a book about snakes. All right, that's all I have for you today. This week, every single day, we're going to be focusing on one different text structure. Remember, a structure is how something is built, and when we're using text structures in nonfiction, it's how a story is built so that we can better understand it. All right, thank you guys for tuning in, and let me know if you have any questions about your assignment. You're welcome to email me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. See ya.